Hey, this is Elijah from Fire of the Spirit, and I am doing 5 things on suffering. Now, suffering can be described in many ways. There's physical suffering, so like you smash your thumb over with like a hammer. Emotional suffering, like your feelings are hurt because someone said something mean, or yeah, pretty much. There's many other ways you can be emotionally suffering, or like mental suffering, like you're distressed, your head's hurting because you can't solve that Rubik's cube. That's all suffering. In fact, to suffer literally means to undergo or feel pain or distress. Like that is the definition of suffer. So there's many ways you can suffer. Now, when you are suffering, there's a lot of things you can do to help your suffering, because really just suffering and just doing nothing about it is rather kind of pointless. Like there is no there's no virtue, there's no gain for a person if you're just sitting there and you're just like, ah, my life sucks, there's no helping me, and just doing that. There's no point in doing that. There's no gain whatsoever. But there's a few ways, and some of them are quite simple, that you can help, and there's like no reason to give into depression or like just being like really a big whiny baby, to be honest, because I've been in like that stage too. When I was little, you'd always just kind of be a big whiny baby because like something's not going your way and you're just whining and complaining. But mom, I don't want to go to bed, like stuff like that. Sometimes you just don't need to do that. There's many other ways you can just be more happy and joyful about it. So sometimes for physical suffering, the best thing you can do is literally just wait for it to go away. Like when you smash your thumb with a hammer, ah, yeah, like that. Sometimes the best you can do is just kind of sit there, be like, and just like not complain about it, because really complaining about doesn't really help you with your pain. And then when you're complaining about it, it doesn't really boast the best of character, because like let's just admit it, the guy who can smash his thumb with a hammer and just be like and just like walk it off, that'll be like, damn, he is cool. But there's also other kinds of physical suffering, and for that kind of stuff, just use responsibly the appropriate medical medication and the medical attention that is provided to you. So the fourth thing on suffering is emotional or like mental, like traumatic experiences, or just like pain at all. If you're suffering from emotionally or like mentally, especially mentally, the best thing to do is really just talk about it, whether it's with a counselor, because sometimes some things are very serious and you do need a counseling, or just a friend who's just helping you through like the emotional struggles of school life or day-to-day stuff. First, you should always find someone who you can trust, and who won't spill the beans, who won't use it to gossip about you, who won't use it to gossip about other people even. And even if they can't offer productive advice, because that is like something really good, but even if they can't, simply talking to them and like admitting that you are feeling sad, admitting you are feeling angry, admitting that maybe you are like struggling with like watching too much football, or not too much football, sorry, you can never watch too much football, with like watching too much TV or something. Just admitting you have the problem and just talking to them about it, literally by itself has so much stuff you can do for it. Now, this one's my personal favorite, and it can be used for just about any personal suffering, really, and that is just the simple to offer it up, which is just a Catholic way to suck it up, princess, and be happy about it. Because really, that's what you're doing when you are offering up a personal suffering or affliction of any sort. You are thereby doing it, if you're doing it properly, you are in a way taking some of the burdens that God suffered on the cross, and you're now taking upon yourself, and you're now becoming more close and more intimate with Jesus when he was suffering that moment on the cross. When you sin, when you do something wrong, when you have a lost suffering, you are in a way putting more on like the burden on Jesus when he was suffering on the cross, because someone needs to do that suffering. If you're not, he is. And that is just how it is. So when you stub your toe and you don't know what you're going to do, just be like, I offer this up for you, Jesus. And to do it properly, you can't just say that and just be like grouchy about it, be like, I stubbed my toe, like just get off my back. You have to like be happy. You be like, and then just like smile even though you're like kind of like upset, and you just like let it go and you just keep on trooping through. That's just what you got to do. And it is personally my like the best and my favorite way to offer to like deal with sufferings, because it's really like the only way that really brings it closer to Jesus. So it anything you want to take, just do that, offer up your sufferings, and it's just the best way to do it. Don't forget to go to firethespirit.com and subscribe for our videos below.